so that we would not be showing partiality. She was unable to come. So we have Jason Simmons, and I will give you a little bit of background here. He's a current NC GOP Chair. He served in the U.S. Army Reserves as a combat medic and mental health specialist, which makes him perfect for working in politics. I added that part. Before becoming our current NC GOP Chair, he worked for government administrations at both the state and federal levels, where he served as a senior executive. His foray into politics involved working on several campaigns. Notably, he was the North Carolina State Director for Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign and the Regional Director for President Trump's 2020 campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Simmons.
Thank you, Lou. Friends, it's great to be with you on this Memorial Day. I grew up as an Army brat, and so spent from 0 to 18, some military base, and many Memorial Days, events like this, remembering those who served, but more importantly, those who gave that ultimate sacrifice. My father served initially in the infantry. Mom was a nurse in the Army. But I go back and, especially on Memorial Day, think about those family members that served. And my grandfather, he and his 4 brothers served in World War II. And the youngest brother never made it home. 4 days after victory in Japan, he was on a mission flying as a radio operator, and the plane went down. And so bittersweet, where my great-grandma thinking, I'm getting all my boys home. And then 4 days later, after the war, the plane goes down, and she gets the note initially about how her son was missing in action. And then shortly thereafter, a couple of months, got the sad news. So thank you for sharing tonight on the MIA. It is truly meaningful to those families that are still worried about where their loved ones are. So bring it up just a little bit. When thinking about what to talk about tonight, and especially as this last week, we just celebrated and marked the 250th anniversary of the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. Think about those brave patriots, those individuals who gathered in that courthouse, came together, and put down in writing for the first time that they were going to succeed from England, succeed from the tyranny of that king. And you look at where they came together, and you look at what they put down in writing. They talked about how it was an inherent and God-given freedom that they sought. You look at the second article of our North Carolina platform, and it talks about individual liberties. That's what we're coming together tonight to celebrate and to mark, is those individuals who have given themselves and laid down their lives, that we may be able to enjoy those liberties, to be able to come together, to be able to have the opportunity to talk about what kind of government we want, the future of that government, who we want to lead us, how we want to move forward as a society. Those individual freedoms is what makes us a great country, the greatest country, and worth fighting for. So I'm grateful to all of those that have served, that are serving, but especially those that continue the fight even after taking off the uniform. As a political party, it's our responsibility to make sure that we continue that fight every day, making sure that we can stand for those individual freedoms, to be able to stand up for when we see wrongs, when we see those things in our society that we know are not right. As a father, I've got my younger daughter who plays soccer. I've shared this on multiple occasions. Many a times I would be out there on the soccer fields watching, and you'd see that's not right. Thank goodness for President Trump, as well as common sense legislators, where they said men do not belong in women's sports. I got him out.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you. At some point, common sense became a lost art. I'm thankful to each and every one of you who stands up for common sense. We're grateful for our president, President Trump, and all of the vitriol that he has to put up for to stand up for common sense. So folks, as we look forward, as we move forward as a society, as a party, let us come together. Let us be able to put those things that are of true importance in the forefront, and to be able to stand up for those individual freedoms, to stand up for what we know is right, but more importantly, to stand up for common sense. So I'm grateful to be able to be with you tonight. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to serve as your state party chair and to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with you in this fight. And I appreciate good clubs like this that come together, that are these pieces that connect our fabric of society and make sure that we're able to reach out, not just in one portion, but across our counties. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you for what you're doing and for being here this evening. But Lou, thank you for what you're doing in leading this club, especially, Sandy, your example in leading this club previously. We're grateful for you. So thank you all. God bless.